really good day for Hartford soccer tonight because we got the win. A lot of credit goes to Nate Becher, Trey Sadler, Alex Quinones, older guys that have been in the program for a while and have been through a lot here, and they're guys that are doing a good job on and off the field and really pushing the group forward. And tonight we saw the results of a lot of hard work, and it was a little stressful. I think anytime you're going for something like we are, it does come at times a bit stressful. Even when the other group going down two players, we could have put the game away early. It didn't happen, and a lot of the things we talked about before the game were keeping our discipline, not just tactically but emotionally, and making sure that we get a result. We wanted to win the game. We knew we could, and these guys did a fantastic job. And like I said, those three guys led the charge. And even when it got a little dicey, when it was 1-1, things didn't falter. We showed that we could get a result when maybe it didn't seem like anything was going to go in. So really top effort and great result for the group.
Nate, talk about this win. And you got the team off to a fast start. You scored in the 8th minute. Just talk about the importance of getting that goal early, but then trying to maintain it throughout the game.
Yeah, I think like Coach said, we wanted to win this game. We knew we could. It was a good opportunity. I think the group did a really good job coming out early on. We had played some good balls long, and the ball went long to Nick, came to me. I was able to finish it. I think that we kept the pressure on pretty well, but I think we backed off a little bit, gave up that first goal, and then we had to dig deep into our character a little bit, figure out if we're going to grind this game out and win it. And I think we did that. I think it could have been much more than 2, but we didn't let that get to us. We stayed strong, and we just kept pushing, and eventually that goal came. We knew it was coming, and it did. So,
how difficult is it you're in that 1-1 game, the team is down a player, and they're seemingly playing like there's nothing to lose? How difficult was it to maintain your composure? They were physical, especially in the back line.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this, maintaining our composure and keeping our heads. As you can see, we did a good job of that. I think we picked up 1 or 2 yellow cards. 2 guys on the other team got thrown out. So that was a big part of the game. We knew we had to be patient and just keep plugging away. Couldn't lose our mind with the refs, and at times it got dicey. At times we got amped up, but we always kept our heads. And like I said, eventually that second goal was bound to happen.
Take us back to that second foul. You get they foul you get the red, and I'm not even sure if you're back to the bench before the second goal is even scored.
Yeah, I mean, that challenge is a pretty bad one. Definitely took me out. Wasn't sure if I was going to go back in, but seeing Q and Sammy link up for that second goal, that was awesome. Coming off the field, I was hurting. I didn't know if I was going to get back in. To see the group step up like that and score a goal, it was a great feeling.
Coach, talk about what it was like, to see that, that go-ahead goal, and your team really fighting, but also to see number 10 get back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, there was no doubt that he was gonna, if he was able to play, he was gonna try to get himself back in the game. And I wanted to make sure we pulled Alex Quinones late in the second half, with a few minutes to go. But really, Nate was going to go on, and we knew that he could help us as in the back, and we were going to get ourselves out of the last few minutes of the game to close it out. And it's one of those things that the group has to experience, being up a goal, closing out a game. There's nothing we can do in training to mimic that, and today the guys got the opportunity to do that. So I was excited for it. It was definitely, I had to calm myself down because I just knew it came down to a clearance, a ball in the air that we have to head out of the way. Even when they were full strength, I wasn't sure they were going to really create anything unless it was off of a mistake, and that's where we have to continue to improve because we're moving the ball better, but also those I call it the nuts and bolts of the game: heading, tackling, choosing a surface to clear a ball in the box in crunch time, not when it's the game isn't the game's not on the line, and we did that. And we did a really good job of closing it out.
Other than the final score, the stat that stands out to me the most is we had 9 shots on goal.
Mhm.
They had 8 shots total.
Yeah.
Just talk about, you know, the pressure that you were able to manifest offensively and really keep them on their heels.
Yeah, so one thing that we've talked about over the last couple of days, spacing in general, but also making sure that we are developing a killer instinct. And Alex Quinones would probably tell you I should have had 3 tonight, but he got 1. We won the game, and we have to kind of be a little bit more patient in and around the box. We have to get guys like jumping on rebounds, and we have to develop a killer instinct because we have guys that can put the ball in the net. And look, Kalijah came on, he stayed on for the duration of the game. His decision making, his ability helps. You have Nate, Alex, Trey on the ball is going to help us. Nick Castrovinci is going to get going. And I think we could be very lethal, not just off the counter, but in the run of play in the final third. I think we'll look at the tape and just a little bit more composure. But that'll come, and I believe it'll come.
Final comments, especially now you have Wednesday, Thursday to try to recover
Sure.
before back-to-back games on Friday and Saturday. Just talk about, you know, your final comments and talk about what you guys need to do to get prepared for Friday and Saturday.
Absolutely. It's going to be recover. Tonight, tomorrow, or it's going to be extremely light. And it's not just the physical rest, it's the mental rest. And then we train a little, you know, we'll train Thursday, we'll prepare for Eastern, who's been a good team. And then our CCC opponent in UNE, which it'll be a tough battle up there. And it's the name of the game is pacing ourselves and making sure that we're emotionally and physically ready to start again. Because we're not playing tomorrow and we're not playing Thursday, so we have time to kind of regroup and kind of fine tune some things. But overall, the name of the game is kind of recentering and refocusing in the next 36 hours.